We got a new water filter, and it is so nice. Like, so crisp, so clean. Also, I'm amazed that with how much stream overage protection I do have set up for OBS, that it did still manage to drop. Because normally, it'll try and like hold on to that about twice as long. So we're definitely having some inconsistencies and instability if OBS is like, yeah, we're not gonna hold this. Oh wow, that brought me down badly enough that... Dang. Alright, well... I kind of want to give people a moment to come back, if they're going to. I don't know if anyone will. Is this the finale you're looking for? Yeah, I love it when my season finales just randomly go down. Okay. I guess, vibe off. Because we're back to this. Vibe on. They either flourished in the vacuum created by its fall, or their appearance triggered it. Both theories have some evidence to support. Interacting with revenant artifacts, even the gateways, is forbidden by anyone but their own priests. Deep study of their mysteries is forbidden. We do not get along with them. Judging by the translator's effect readings, do not get along would be an understatement. Starlance. A remnant artifact. Details are vague, but they're apparently quite massive and powerful. The earliest account we have found was described them as taking the beating heart of one star and casting it into a jewel. Old Empire is frustratingly allegorical. We would very much love to examine such an artifact. Their ships have markings similar to a vessel that easily destroyed one of our stations. Could it be one of theirs? If the station was anything like your Saleno, that seems well beyond their known capabilities. Their strength lies more in quantity rather than quality. But we have heard reports that Devout have made several recent discoveries that they're in the process of weaponizing. It is possible the ship is an advanced prototype for their new fleet. If so, that's a terrifying development. Until now, they've been forced to rely on demagoguery and proselytizing to expand their sphere of influence. Is there anything else we can do for you? Okay, we don't have silver to trade. That's alright. End communication. Organic compounds useful for synthesizing a wide range of medical treatments for silicon-based life forms. Intact missile warhead, part of an autonomous fast and light missile. Model of a humanoid skull apparently carved from amber. This object has no resource or scientific values, fabricated recently from a low-quality plastic. The skull and the code concealed in this model marking is designed to be hard to see with trioptic vision, is the coordinates on the surface of a nearby planet. Ooh. I've taken a look at that iridescent artifact you found. I've actually seen something like it at the Gemini shipyards back home. It was used for custom coloring of luxury vessels. Why would it be on a hidden outpost? Camouflage ships? Doesn't seem to be particularly useful as camouflage in space, since it just changes the color and does nothing for the heat signature. It's possible someone was working on a cloaking device, and this is as far as their research took them. Or maybe they're just fashion forward? Can we make use of it? I sent the details over to the lab. If you research chromoplating, you'll be able to customize your ship's color scheme. Was there anything else? Commander! Excellent work. Oh, Commodore. Excellent work finding the Alethea. You've proven quite capable, but it's a relief to know we have a second ship nearby while you continue your exploration of the space. Now that your command crew have a bit of experience in the field, I'm assigning them a small team of support personnel to the Sandwife. They won't participate in the survey missions, but will speed up ship repairs. I must say, this little object you found is full of surprises. It's not simply a puzzle. The complex rules governing the movement and the shapes are a way of encoding information. It's done in a quite clever way. Solving a particular shape requires providing proof of knowledge in geometric form. What sort of knowledge? Well, that's where it gets really interesting. The initial configuration of the puzzle, which is really more of a codex, reminded me of the equations Rama uncovered to control the gateways. So I tried solving the puzzle for the gateways we know about, and out popped a new equation. I sent the coordinates to your first officer. I'll continue to investigate the codex. In the meantime, please be sure to thank Dr. Rama for directing this toy my way. I'm sure she'll be happy to hear that. Meanwhile, shipyard? Oh wait, no. Yes, new ship. Explorer. I see. Okay. Cool. I gotta turn my music back on now. Ah! Alright, we're gonna turn that down a bit. Holy cow. Because I'm gonna be building for a moment. Finally. Oh, jeez. Okay. That's what the iridium's for. Okay. Hell yeah. We got the survey lander, we got the scanner. Oh no, I forgot to put the battery on. Okay. It's totally fine. Oh. Alright, microreactor, survey lander, scanner, 1, 2, 3, plasma, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, engine, dorsal, large. Oh, so you can have more small wings. Interesting. I have enough titanium for 2 bulkhead. I even have... Oh, wow. Wait, how many... Really? Oh, nope, okay. Okay, that appears to be the maximum amount of ship that I can make with what I've got currently unlocked. 5 engines, 5 blasters, so many batteries, 2 reactors now, instead of just 1, plus the built-in one. Okay. Crew quarters. Increasing maximum number of support crew. Ooh. Larger deflectors also seem like a good idea, but we're not quite there yet. Increase the max size of our holes by an additional 10 hex. I don't think we need that yet either. We're now short on materials in general. The weapons. We just unlocked a new weapon type. Missiles. Gorgeous. Increase the range and speed, missiles turn rate, better target tracking, damage. It gives an ablative shell that has a chance of stopping incoming damage. Faster turning, better target tracking. I think that's what we're going to go with. Increase damage, increase speed. Range and speed and tracking. Titanium and uranium. Need 6 and 50 titanium. Okay. Copper. Alright, so we need to save up, but that'll be a nice addition to the ship as well. Yay, more personnel to manage. You don't need to concern yourself with the support personnel, but they'll help with ship operations and speed up repairs. Good. Yeah, let's check out the codex ship. Seems some climate disaster in the past century caused much of the surface of this planet to flood. Judging from the visible technology, the planet was in a pre-space era. The team lands atop one of the few tall structures which protrude above the sea surface, within which the anomaly signal originates. As Ensign Liaise examines the architecture, a trapdoor suddenly opens, plunging them into the briny water. Before the team can react, they are dragged off into a submerged building by crab-like creatures building spear guns. Fortunately, Ensign Liaise's suit telemetry shows they are unhurt and with several hours of oxygen. Let's try to help from there. Based on the aliens' observed physiology, Ensign B correctly guesses that a series of low-energy electrical pulses would stun them, allowing the team to enter and disarm the aliens. By the time they recover the senses, the captors had become the prisoners. The creatures then offer their apologies and reparations for the misunderstanding. These containers have similar markings to the ones spilled by that cargo ship near Maya. I wonder how they got here. Starcom components. Several hundred square kilometers of this planet's surface are scarred with meteor impact craters. Most of the craters have little to no debris, the meteorites having vaporized on impact, but in some, a chunk of the slag remains. The team conducts a series of short flights in the lander, easily gathering them up. These are obviously the result of the debris fields orbiting the star. Support personnel member critically injured. A member of Sendwise support personnel has been critically injured. Ship repairs will be slightly degraded until returned to Selena. Okay. A red shirt got hurt. I don't even know what happened. Did we run into a box? How long do you think is a casual playthrough of this game? I have no idea, to be honest. Oh, 1 second. My Chatterino has completely collapsed in on itself. Let me reload that. See if it actually picks up the chat. Nope. 1 moment. Account, remove, add, login. Yeah. Okay. There we go. I would say at this point I am currently playing the game casually. Whoa. And I don't know, like, how close or far I am to meteor craters, to any kind of resolution of the story. I've uploaded a black hole into Chatterino, causing it to collapse on its own self. But yeah, I don't know. Let's go over there. I'm figuring I'm probably going to be playing this at least for a few episodes, and my show tends to run about 8 hours in a whack. Oh, hey, what do we got here? This is the rear half of a deep space survey vessel, severed from its bridge by heavy weapons damage. The main computer sensor array is mostly intact. The logs are missing. The gravity waves they were studying have the characteristics of a hypothesized collapsar, a collapsed neutron star turned into exotic matter. We've never encountered one in our own universe, and they've been assumed to be impossible. The sensor array has been some interesting data presuming from whatever they were studying when attacked. An incredibly dense object with a unique energy signature. that intended to drop something, but it didn't. This also points out just how weak our weapons array is on this ship. I just want the parts. Where's the core on this thing? All right. Oops. Or is it another castle? Alright, I guess we'll come back to that. When the music gets spooky, though. And a flinger. An ancient stone pyramid rises out of the thick mountain jungle. Its entrance is mostly overgrown, but easily detected by the lander's scanners. At one point, the interior was equipped with sophisticated technological furnishings. This academy was dedicated to the study of the wormhole gateways. They had made some dramatic insights shortly before the research stopped abruptly, most of which has been stripped away by looters and/or archaeologists. Some documents stored in low-res are debating between this and Above Earth as a new game to pick up. I have not heard of Above Earth, but I am curious about it, and I'll have to take a look. Actually, let's take a look real quick. We'll throw our music on, as over the top as it is. Let's see, Above Earth. Science fiction survival game. Experience a struggle for life in the fragile artificial environment of a damaged space station. Survival crafting sim. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I actually recently picked up a copy of Breath Edge, which is the same concept, but from a studio that I recognize, although I haven't played any of their games. So I'm kind of curious about that one too. Haven't played it yet. Alright. Some documents stored in low-res holographic crystals remain. As Ensign Triton explains, this was an academic institution devoted to the study of the remnants and their artifacts. Yeah, I guess. I would say if you're into the exploration aspect of things, and if you like mild ship customization, this game hits a lot of good notes. I'm enjoying the amount of story that's involved here. I'm not certain how forked it is, like if people's different stories and experiences in the story are going to be different from one playthrough to the next, but what is that? A portal. Oh. The structures are crude facsimile of the Remnant gateways. Crude compared to the Remnants, I mean. It would be a major engineering feat for Starcom. A small meteorite with a high concentration of uranium rests on a sheet of slushy nitrogen. On rare occasions, uranium ore from a meteorite is deposited on a planet's surface. Here we were able to detect because the small amount of heat it generated produced an unusual melting pattern in the nitrogen. Nice. The large artifact is quite advanced, but at least within the technological space we can comprehend. Glyphs on the structure's surface translates to Heretic Portal. I've heard nothing but good things about this game. It looks fantastic, but I'm afraid the gameplay may get a wee bit stale after a few hours. I am currently 4.5 hours, yeah, roughly, into this so far, and I'm enjoying it as it is. I can see where a glass ceiling could be met on ship design and where combat might end up. I'm expecting there's likely going to be multi-ship combat that I get to engage in later, but this style of game isn't necessarily designed to be marathon the way that, like, a lot of other games have been engineered to be played, per se. These kinds of story beats, I imagine, are meant to be done in like 2 to 4 hour segments as it is, and going much longer beyond that, like, would be going past what the level of base curiosity is expected to draw you in with. Now, what's interesting to me about that is, like, most other games in any other genre have that, and some games will just bounce off a person. Like, I played through, I want to say 40-something hours of Dragon's Dogma, or the second Dragon's Dogma. Decent game, but I definitely saw where I had made it to in the story within that 40 hours of gameplay, playing the way that I play, and seeing roughly how much more story was ahead of me, and I was estimating we were looking at about 600 hours of me having to slog through to see everything that I wanted to see, and I'm like, that's cool, I don't have the time. There's so many other things I could be doing with that time. So, I feel you. It's mildly disturbing to me that I have, as of tonight, 800 hours in NOITA, but also I wouldn't be as good at the game as I am if I hadn't put that time in, so there's that balance as well. Glyphs on the portal surface translate to Heretic Portal. There's an interface for remote access, but the directions for access seem to be encrypted. Ensign Glees says, stochastic analysis suggests one-time pad encryption. We won't break it without the key. A large antenna structure is the only technological object on this rocky planet. Sensors detect regular long-range transmissions of unknown content. The outside surface is covered in glyphs that the Universal Translator interprets as roughly meaning, sincere warning, danger on opening, high energy risk from tampering. Scans detect platinum and copper. I think the translator is off on this one. It's closer to devout warning, heretic portal opening monitor, attack response on tamper detection. The antenna's monitoring... Oh, okay, it's a percentage value. The antenna's monitoring a space-based structure in the star system. It's also transmitting regular information via subspace to an unknown distant receiver. While it consumes a moderate amount of power, there's little danger to anyone with even basic electrical safety skills. Have them return to the ship for now. I don't think we want to go dismantling people's antennas just yet. Oh. A lone pillar rises out of the desert sands. This material is incredibly hard, but interior monomolecular fibers allow it to flex under stress. The macrostructure is probably reconfigurable. In short, nearly the perfect building material. No idea how it was made. A lone pillar rises out of the desert sands. Analysis reveals it to be composed of a highly resilient composite. Scans show more structures buried beneath the sands, but far too deep to excavate. Based on our prior studies, I think it might be the first example of late Fallen Empire architecture we've seen. I hope we find more examples for comparison. Oh, wait. In a shallow rocky cove on this oceanic world, the team finds sunken box. Inside are bars of pure gold. The treasure's an enigma. There are no signs of current or past civilizations on the planet. Just space pirates. Literal space pirates. I have to talk to this ship out here. They're so far away, though. They might not even be friendly. Hello. What is this? A little starship all by its lonesome. No devout insignia, no Irmire escort. Your markings are no faction we recognize. Is there no one who protects you? Do not be afraid. We'll make sure you'll stay safe by us. Is this a shakedown? It seems our universal translators inadvertently conveyed our message with a subtle implication of threat. Such is the problem with these devices. Safe by us should have been translated as safe from us. The threat was meant to be explicit and unambiguous. Give us money or we hurt you. How can you put such a low price on your safety? Our scans show that we will find a great deal more than 3 gold of salvage from your ship. Whoa! Let's take out those engines. I'm fine with this. That went pretty well. Did not expect that to actually go well. Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. We're looting pirates. An island archipelago is dotted with settlements that defy standard technological progression analysis. They've not achieved spaceflight or any flight beyond simple gliders, but they have other technologies only a few decades behind our own. Despite their lack of rocketry, they give the survey lander's arrival only modest attention. A representative local potentate greets the team. Via the translator, she explains that they have access to resources they know star travelers prize greatly and are happy to trade. While their monetary base is silver, they particularly need aluminum for their gliders, which is the primary form of transportation. See their prices. If you set a ship design goal, I see. We need uranium. We need titanium. We just generally need more of everything. I say we hold on to what we have for now. Although we did just make it up to this class of... Execute and buy. Uranium to bomb all the planets. We, need 50 uranium to start making explosive warheads for combat. Alright. Some equipment with Starcom markings. A device for controlling xenium reactions. Since this is our own technology, we're not likely to learn much scientifically from the debris. Island glider. Surprisingly sophisticated aerodynamics, optimized for a dense atmosphere, has a nearly 200-to-1 glide ratio in ideal conditions. The chest lock is secured with a unique biometric encryption protocol. The encryption protocol is unbreakable. Fortunately, the chest was not. The drilling out the lock gave us access to a planet survey log. Excellent. I've marked it on our map. Oh, we are going way the hell down there. Crew ready. Heavy research ship has been stripped of its drives and buried as a makeshift bunker. Judging from the incursions of Flora into the support systems, it's been unoccupied for some time. A full search of the space turns up nothing of value, though an interior wall of one of the cabins is covered in writing. Ensign Triton concludes that someone is working on translating a fragment from yet another language. Their most complete effort reads, Lab 3 Generation 3 clones, Capsule 30, stable, sterile, marker, inserted. Capsule 109, stable, sterile, marker, inserted. Capsule 228, near matched reference sample, live, marker, inserted. Something else was just out here, and we're gonna go look. As a reminder, you can keep track of your current objectives and highlight the most critical. Get flung. Well, we are going a ways on this one. The wreckage of dozens of crafts show this valley was the site of a battle years ago. The most valuable materials have already been stripped away, but there are still some hard-to-access resources the lander's mining equipment is able to extract. Ensign Cygnus Lead notes that the positioning suggests the defenders were protecting a particular area of low tactical value. Can retry after returning to a station or advancement. Okay. No anomalies detected. Somehow I'm thinking there's something in the corner of these every time, and there just isn't. CXTA hauler. Ensign Perk sets the lander down atop a high ridge with a commanding view and dramatic lighting. Most of the surrounding structures have fallen into decay, save for the large pyramid carved solid rock. The structure is an opening on one side facing the collapsing city. Inside is a gruesome sight. Hundreds of desiccated corpses show signs of blunt trauma and kinetic weapon damage. Murals have been defaced with graffiti. False paths through Remnant's domain are false idols and will be washed in blood. The true paths are seen with devotion. Ensign Ree, one of the corpses is a foreign object inside its digestive tract. I guess perform an autopsy. The individual apparently swallowed this object prior to their deaths. Ensign Ree notes that, given their anatomy, this would eventually have killed them without surgical intervention. Kaleidoscope. This is CXTA3093. We are carrying authorized cargo only. Our manifest has been locked. Thank you. We've now cataloged structures of a similar style across multiple planets. While many civilizations build pyramids, this distinctive relief faceting is unusual and strongly points to construction by a common culture. True. Ah, there's something. Honestly, kind of surprised by the lack. The team lands in a small clearing on the edge of a vast forest that spans much of the planet's temperate region. Biosignatures are so strong and diverse it's not immediately clear what tripped the anomaly detection algorithm, but the signal was quite strong. Have Ensign Reed attempt to identify what triggered the anomaly detector, or have the team return to the ship for now. Biomed 0. Minus 30% oh. Okay. Of course, my notes are too verbose. Hi, Waldo! Biomed 30, it's like 5 dedicated levels. Or 2 crew with Biomed above 2. One of the perks that you could get early on allows you to benefit from that. The surface of this part of the planet is marked with irregular granite intrusions. They're sometimes marked with ore deposits. Astroscience. Wow, everything here is X30. We can only choose to do this, we can't not. Despite several modest deposits of aluminum oxide are found a few meters beneath the surface. That's handy. Vast forest. Of course I mistyped that too. Wait, can I fix that from here? Hell yeah. It's another planet that's rapidly recovering from the Empire's collapse. In this case, the outside power is obviously the Devout. When the team hails the landing authority, they're greeted by a potentate accompanied by a distinctively marked advisor. Distinctive markings clearly announce this component may be tricky to analyze. I'm pretty sure there's some cheer light inside if we just want to break it apart. Distinctive markings clearly announce this is a large fragment of a Devout ship. While it sustained some superficial damage, Ensign Perks notes it's in surprisingly good shape if it impacted from orbit. Keep it intact. Devout debris. Apart from being definitely devout, initial examination is disappointingly unfruitful. This is a weird component. Despite the Curelite ore, there's no energy outputs. I'll need some time to analyze it. This device ingeniously stores fairly high density data in a crystalline structure. Shining a bright light through one end reveals a consistent binary pattern through the other with an error correction mechanism. Oddly, the data seems completely random. Seems. Key operative term there. No fling in the area. Just manually open space. It occurred to me that the random data from the kaleidoscope relic could be the key to accessing that heretic space structure. Yeah. Seemingly random. Whiskamug! What's up, Whiskamug? I think you're really cool. It's excellent to see you again. Friend Whiskamug. What do you desire? What will you get rid of for cheap? What do we have enough of? Nothing. Okay. Well. Okay. Oh. Whoa! I don't appreciate that! Thank you, Whiskamug. Oh no, those phasers. Yikes! Thank you, Whiskamug. You really saved us there. Navigation sensors back online. Really enjoying this game. I do really enjoy this game. I love this kind of game. Another pyramid rises out of the dry landscape. Sorry. This one had silver and platinum inlays decorating its outer surfaces, which have been hurriedly and incompletely stripped away. A door on one side blends in almost invisibly with the surface, or would have if it had been left closed. Silver and platinum. The inside is laid out across several levels with dormitories, large halls, and other rooms of indeterminate purpose. Most furnishings have been removed with a bit more thoroughness than the exterior decor. Computers and equipment have been smashed and blasted with plasma. This looks more like a hasty retreat than an attack. They probably destroyed the equipment they couldn't carry to avoid leaving data behind. Have Gliese try to recover the data. After determining the computers use xenon crystals to store data, Gliese uses a laser spectrometer to locate a shard that had been blasted clear of the debris with minimal damage. The audio translates to, "The rumors are true. Our last academy has fallen to the devout. There's a danger they will..." It's cute. "They will obtain the portal code from those who remained behind. You must be prepared for evacuation. The Cohen space is nearby, but they would surely sell us out or turn us into slaves. The Nimian will. So deep in the void we must go. But our time will come again." The team conducts a methodical search of the pyramid from literal top to bottom. In the lower dormitory levels, they find various amounts of silver coinage. Concealed beneath an armory, they find replacement parts for a plasma weapon with a supply of yttrium. More interestingly, the team finds something that could not be removed. The decor on the pyramid's exterior is apparently a kind of antenna designed for receiving long-range transmissions. A comm port leading through the pyramid stone to the outer metal lattice. I see. This planet is only 60% the mass and size the composition would suggest, due to a high number of voids and its mostly solid core. You say there's no anomalies detected there? What the hell are you talking about? Okay, there was a ring here? Yeah, there it is. Oh, this is gonna be a long trip. It is worth it, it's just... the hell out of me. Definitely found something. The planet was devastated by war in the past few hundred years. Judging from the ages of the ruins, it was not a single cataclysmic attack, but a long series that spanned decades and gradually eroded the civilization's ability to recover. It looks like the ruins have been thoroughly picked over by scavengers, but there may still be something worthwhile. 98. In an archival building, these records show the planet had several different species living on it, with different habitat modifications by dwelling. In the archival building, the team finds a large trove of census documents. They show the planet was predominantly inhabited by three-eyed humanoid species, but was also home to other alien races. War-torn world. We watched your ships appear near the Asham and wondered when you would venture here. Do you come as a servant, same, or suzerain to Lokon? They're trying to decide if we think we are weaker, equal, or stronger or in power to them. Given their first contact question is about strength, that is presumably a trait they respect. Treat us as a suzerain. You claim superiority. We've seen little in your numbers. Tactics. 0%. Perhaps similar in strength, but not in number as we have deserved. But if you do not challenge us, we will not challenge you. Tread softly here. What happened here? No fault of ours. As the Empire fell, the former vassals fought over what beliefs were true and who or what made the laws. When they were done, we offered order. Tell us about the fall. Surely it was here as it was. Surely it was here as it was, whatever you are from. The Empire built the great works, kept order and peace. From great heights it fell. Now her former vassals try to carve out little empires of their own. What do you know about the Devout? Impudent proselytizers. They have sent missionaries into our space. We've seen what happens when they gain a following. They do not last long. Okay. I guess it was a good thing that I accidentally flung a bullet at them. It's really neat. Basically, you get to play Star Trek. We're sending little research teams. This planet was devastated by war in the past few hundred years. Looks like the ruins have been picked over. One of the smaller structures has some titanium reinforcements buried under rubble that looters missed. We'll take it. The core of this planet is rotating faster than the surface due to a partial tidal lock. A liquid layer acts as a lubricant. That's a neat anomaly. We're getting further and further away from where I'm trying to go. But, here we go. We have another wormhole. Another flinger. Love a story with Star Trek and love the space theme. Ooh, that planet's so pretty. This world is technically fairly advanced. There are clear signs of space travel and other developments roughly on par with Starcom, but the quality of life and infrastructure is surprisingly poor. The main spaceport where the lander sets down only has a few small shuttles. A government representative greets the team. On behalf of our people, we greet you humbly. We would offer tribute, but we're forbidden by the Locoan. Instead, I am willing to offer myself to be eaten by you as a demonstration of our supplication. The fact that I can be like, yeah, sure. Triton. Yeah, let's explain. The representative is visibly relieved. He explains that as subjects to Locoan, they have strict quotas on resource production, which leaves almost nothing for development or offerings to other visitors. These quotas must be terribly steep. They should be thriving, but they're on the verge of collapse. After Ensign Triton presses for details, the representative explains that after the Empire fell, there was a long struggle between the factions of this region that devastated most of the inhabited worlds. The surviving refugees gathered on this world to rebuild. When the Locoan arrived decades later, they were still far too weak to refuse their demands. No commitments yet. Survey incomplete. Yeah, that's what I figured. This planet was devastated by war. Scavengers have had a long opportunity to remove anything of value. Alright. I just forgot the word. It is time to upgrade the ship again. Welcome again. We found a ring portal. What do you know about this technology? The academics of the Fallen Empire learned much about the remnants. For their quest to preserve knowledge, they were named heretics by the devout and purged from the galaxies. They used these portals to flee into the void and took the secret of their workings with them. Interesting. An optical detector, you say? Long-range visible spectrum camera capable of recording and storing large quantities of information with little power. I transferred the critically injured personnel to Selena's medbay. We've been assigned with replacements from their staff. Commodore, The Sandwife has performed admirably in exceptional circumstances. Your crew have been awarded promotions in the field. It is time their commander received the same. I award you the rank of Commander First Class. With your new rank, I have a bit more leeway as to what I'm permitted to divulge to you regarding our mission here. For the most part, it is as you've been briefed. We've been tasked with investigating the universe before expanding research access. There are a number of classified additional details, some of which I've had full access to. The research division that uncovered the wormhole and figured out how to expand it has some cause to fear that there was something dangerous here, so they developed a xenium device capable of creating critical instability event at the Planck scale. If introduced to the wormhole during its collapse, it could permanently sever the connection. The idea is that if something in this universe poses an existential threat to our own, the CIE device will be used. Obviously, anyone on this side would be trapped here. Since this would permanently strand us here, my supervisors decided this general knowledge of this information might create counterproductive motivations, as they put it. I disagreed, but was overruled. As I said, I'm allowed to disclose this information on a need-to-know basis to Commander First Class and up, so I'm afraid you'll need to keep your crew in the dark. I'm still studying the codex shape. Commodore Yu has now made it one of my secondary duties, which is fun. I'll let you know if it reveals any more secrets. Commodore Yu dropped the ball calling them Red Raiders, and we should have called them Rouge Rogues. Okay, obviously, but besides that, they're technologically a bit behind Starcom. I'm confident Solano can hold them off, unless they come at us with bigger ships or in bigger numbers. It seems unlikely that they were made by whoever destroyed my... They were made by whoever destroyed Maya Station. Okay, cool. And then again, the music dies when we're doing this, so... Right, wait. Increases the chance of recovering nanite superfluids from enemy ships. Okay. I don't know what this means, but yeah. No. 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 Preventing support crew from being critically injured. Additional skill levels provide diminishing returns. One observation, increase the maximum viewport range by 5%. Accuracy and turn rate. Biomed increases battle station recovery speed. Energy reserves, energy production rate. Faster turret rate. Oh, hell yeah. That sounds great. I don't think we need that yet. Okay. Plasma Mark II. Oh. Whoops. Okay. We have music for the moment. Cool. Oh, we ran out of aluminum. Double deflector. That's light bulkhead. It's engine. Engine. Oh, can't do it there. Okay, that does actually look really good. Propulsion. Engine. That's a mini battery. Drop that. Okay, so... Oh, it's titanium that I'm short on. No, it's not. It's the... It's the iridium. Nothing else I'm using uses iridium, just those. We have a couple of half deflectors. 12, 2, 1. Dang. Takes 5 or 2. Yikes. Alright. Two more engines and 2 more guns and more battery. This is a very crunchy ship. If it gets hit, it goes boom. And they're all fine. I have the guns to do this now. Oh, it's somehow repaired. The jazzy music. Damn, ramming did nothing. Like, am I able to just shoot off one of the guns? Just one of them? How hard is that to do? Okay. So not impossible. this isn't dropping anything. Oh! Hi, Mizzy! Shoot! You caught me lazing. Alright. For those that are at home and want to join in, we're going to do 10 squats for that stop, drop, and rocket. I'm going to finish eating the chips in my mouth first, though. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Missy, I hope you're feeling a bit better, hon. Also, regarding the Dragon's Dogma stuff, I thought that your main pawn still required resurrection stones, and they just give you a lot of them. And so with this new, you can do it an unlimited number of times, they just took away the cost. But I don't know. Also, I don't know if I'm going to cut through this without a larger weapons array, which is ridiculous because that's a lot of guns. Alright, well. Wait a second. Did this respawn all the goodies? Also, our top speed is delightful. Uh-oh. Yeah, don't get cooked. Aha. Hello? What is going on with my thrusters? Yeah, let's try going manually. Oh, okay, it's the light ring. So I've been here before. For 5.5 just got cut back from work today? What does that mean? I'm glad you're able to get some stream time in. Try using the data stored on the device as the key. Detects a sudden increase in energy levels within the structure along a shift in the local warp states. Hey. Ooh. Cutback is sent home early. They didn't need you, i.e. more people than work required. I see. It seems the creators of the artifact managed to create a temporary wormhole for a specific point in space. I'm guessing that having that point be associated with a known gateway made the task simpler. Where are we now? Okay. No, we're gonna play here. That's at Void Effect 70? Oh, wow. Much better top speeds. Obviously, we can still go better because, like, we don't even have large engines yet. We're using the basic ones. This game looks interesting. This has become a question I have to ask you. Yes, this is, I saw... I'm sorry, I need to just do this. No, one sec. I'm doing this wrong. It is LITLCLUTH. Okay, just making certain I'm doing the right name here. TCH. Is it LITL or LIL? LITL. It is LITL. Okay. Good, that worked. So Little Clutch was the one that showed me this game, and it was right after I'd been playing Escape Velocity Nova. Yes, this one is on Steam. It just came out September 2nd, and is actually not the first game in the series. There's another game that played like it, but had other features and slightly different combat and exploration. So I'm kind of curious to find out what else there is in the same universe made by the same people, but so far, like, this has my full attention. This looks like the remains of a repair pit stop. With the vastness of space, it's hardly unusual for travelers to leave some junk behind. What is unusual is leaving valuable resource-rich components behind. Whoever was here must have been in quite a rush. Titanium, yttrium, platinum. Alright. No anomaly. No anomaly. What on earth was that? Okay, that tells me there's a comet in the system. Looks like Starcom Nexus is the other one. Just found a bundle for both. Nice! No anomalies. That lighting effect. That tells me there's something out there. Surprisingly not the case, but I have to try. Alright, let's light up the gateway. Do you get to hyper-customize a ship? This ship design, shape-wise and component-wise, is based on the stuff that I've collected and managed to put back together on this ship. Also, that is a full-on comet. 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 There is a comet. And it's really hard to chase. Okay, so I'm definitely hacking the visual of this. There it is. Whoa! Silver Comet. I finally have a high enough top speed to actually chase a comet. Has a nearly perfectly crystalline core, likely caused by the stability of the system's Lagrange points. That's so cool that catching up to a comet gets you experience in this. And that I can run into it. That's so goofy. Okay. Cool. Wait. Okay, I lit the wormhole. Hi, Yuki! When I'm at a space station, I get to make changes to the ship, but the shipwright and engineering stuff is only available at a station, unfortunately. Which makes sense, like, not every game is built that way. Finally get to do this delivery. That is a delightful top speed. Probably be considered by now. We have lots of ships. Things will only get worse for you the longer you avoid paying. How can you pay such a low price on your safety? Man, I shot you down last time and I will do it again. Guess who doesn't have the generator to handle what they're trying to do? It's you! Me, on the other hand. Well, I'm outfitted for war. Because you taught me about how polite people are here in this part of space. Oh, would you look at that? I appear to have taken out your cargo hold. Alright, man. The anomaly is a small cluster of soft, opaque bubbles no larger than one's fist. Ensign Ree is excited when analysis shows the bubbles contain oxygen gas. They seem to be formed by bacteria that uses sunlight to break down silicon dioxide. A second symbiotic organism traps the oxygen for its own respiration. Neither organism appears to be sentient. They suggest taking one of the organisms for analysis. Too much risk to bring aboard. Have them return to the ship for now, or extract one bubble. The team takes standard elevated biohazard precautions upon landing. Despite Ensign Ree's assurances, they're much more likely to catch Dutch elm disease than a silicon-specific pathogen. They also rebuff others for a lengthy celebration of the delivery. planet experienced a total ecological collapse? It appears the civilization acquired a technology to remove toxins quickly. Unfortunately, one of the foundational ecosystems had already evolved to use the pollutants in its metabolism. It couldn't readapt quickly enough. This planet experienced a total ecological collapse centuries ago. Its industries were heavily dependent on processes that released a lot of toxic pollutants into the atmosphere, but the ecological collapse happened very suddenly. Actually, no. You can't help me. There's nobody to fight here. Meanwhile... Very similar to the previous chest. Same lock design, same solution, and again I've marked a survey log. I've marked the coordinates on the map. Judging from scans of the dust, this used to be a large, rich asteroid field. The lonely solar-powered radio antenna points to the sky. After examining the control unit, Ensign Gliese noticed this antenna is transmitting repeating data toward the nearby flinger. Interesting. What is that? This derelict automated station is apparently built to recover ore from the asteroid and process it into ingots. It was still collecting ore when it finally broke down. It probably became uneconomical to maintain this facility once the asteroid field was mined out. Ensign Gliese estimates it would take 80 units of aluminum, 25 units of titanium, and 1 unit of curelite to repair the refinery. Wow! I think the data being transmitted to the coordinates of the antenna. This must be a failure mode that redirects the flinger to a known location. Update the antenna's coordinates. The warp gate in Solana. Whoa. Whoa. That is one hell of a jaunt. It's like wormhole distances. Why do I want that? Oh, the Alethea finally showed up. There'll be a ceremony in the main hall in recognition of Commander Akil's field promotion. Oh, that's cool. This feels like Solaris' ship survey simulator, but also a shipbuilder game. Oh yeah, speaking of shipbuilding, this is the actual shipbuilding aspect of it. You get to, component by component, put together your ship how you like, based on what you have available component-wise. Lateral thruster, dorsal stabilizer, large wing, small wing, 2 wings only. For some reason I can put more than one dorsal stabilizer. I have the titanium to spare for it, which is strange. Alright, well. Okay, I guess. I mean, it adds more maximum health to it all, I guess. Okay. Well. Research that. Back to the shipyard. Energy weapons. What do these take? Titanium and yttrium. Larger, faster, more powerful version. 3.1 shots. Takes 2 hexes to build. Okay. Save design. Gotta be fighter. HP ain't technically a void control surface, but doesn't actually seem to be adding much, so. Wait, what? Oh, that's in the way, I see. Uh-oh. 16. Dang. That's an engine. Okay. I hate oh, okay. It's so hard to like manipulate the ship. Ow! Body, please? No? Stop that. Oh. Okay. Mini batteries, survey lander, scanner. We've already got them. Armor. Mini deflector. This is basically the same thing that I did before. Also, my music is gone. It's enough to drive me insane. Alright, hold up. Hold up. Oh. Alright, let's try that again. Plasma Mark 1. Armor. Half deflector. Mini deflector. Never mind. These are half. I see. Wait a sec. That saved me a lot more. Wait, what? Strange. Okay. Wait a sec. It's goofy, but how many more? Really? This seems a little out of control. Okay, that's the limit. So put this here, put this here, put this here. I mean, like, it's goofy, but this thing's gonna have the extra health associated. Each of those is plus 4 HP. That's way better than the basic bulkhead. It has severely reduced deflection, but adds to the overall reinforcement factor. So, okay. Hopefully that plasma is a little better protected while we're at it. Which is this one? Fire rate, rotation, accuracy. What do we got? It's only... That actually could be really useful. While my lab assistant is fetching an archive crystal, I have a moment for one of your questions. Aren't planets and stars usually a bit more spread out? One thing I'm not good at is parsing other people's jokes. I'm assuming there's a humorous way of asking about the Byron-Nguyen projection, the holographic interface by which you perceive your ship's space as a projection of trillion space, which most humans have great difficulty visualizing. The Byron-Nguyen projection is the most common way of representing space-time curves for navigation. I've heard it derisively called the Mercator projection of space, which in some ways is accurate. It distorts some objects for facilitating navigation, but is inaccurate since the Mercator projection does nothing to temporal vectors. Admiral Desjardins is famous for saying, "I don't care if the sun looks smaller than the Europa station as long as my ships don't fly into either. If you have nothing more urgent, I need to return to my work." Commodore Hughes informed me about the CIE device. Oh, no, that's all for now. We found a debris field of containers from our home universe. Any idea why? I'm sure you recall from your promotion brief the CIE device Starcom equipped us with. Why am I stuttering all of a sudden? To minimize the risk of early detonation, they had to send the raw materials ahead, which contains quite a bit of degraded xenium. We lost 3 cargo ships in the process. We managed to clean up the debris in the system, but some must have got caught in our neighbor's orbit. I see. Somehow I don't believe that. The small colony's been abandoned for at least a century. Ensign Triton observes it with slow economic collapse, possibly due to a decline of some local industry. As the team investigates the structures, they become aware that several entities are following them, concealed by the trees. Prepare for ambush. Using non-lethal stun traps, the team is able to capture one of the stealthy observers unharmed. The rest of the stalkers quickly disperse. It is a furry, cichlid. These dexterous creatures have the traits of a domesticated animal, possibly bred for companionship. They've evolved remarkably quickly. I would not be surprised to develop language and tool use within the next 1,000 years. Furry, six-limbed, agile creature looking something between a rhesus and a tabby cat. Its exceptionally large brain cavity for its size. According to the logs, we could definitely get some salvage, but the more we take, the harder it'll get. This hydrogen harvester was abandoned when the anti-grav started to fail. The Lacio modules have yet to give up the ghost, leaving it floating delicately on a density transition layer. Salvage from the weapons, from the engines, or from the bridge. Weapons. I see. The team successfully extracts the resources, but as they load the last of it about the lander, an ominous wrenching sound is followed by the gentle whistle of the last anti-grav unit plummeting to the atmosphere below. Well, at least we got that. What? Something just warped us. Collector. The single communications tower is the only artificial structure on the planet. Despite its age, it's mostly intact. Glias notices the tower is very similar to the one encountered earlier near the dust refinery. One unusual point is that while there are normal redundancy circuits, the data in them doesn't match the primary. The tower comes to life, charged by the remaining energy in its batteries, transmits a repeating transmission into the sky for a few minutes. After several repetitions, there's a shower of sparks and some key components give out. Alright, Collector. Greetings! We visit a planet that you're demanding tribute from. We collect resources from them and provide security in return. Oh, shit. Okay. Good to meet you. So, by collector, you are a tax collector. Dirty ruins. The dust in these structures is actually the de-energized husks of nano-robotic swarms. Sturdy ruins stand in contrast to the otherwise desolate world. Apart from shifts and tilts due to geologic activity, the buildings are perfectly intact. Their interiors are filled with dusty, desolate halls and corridors, with no evidence of habitation. This world seems to avoid the conflict that impacted other planets in the region. Whatever ended this civilization wasn't a military attack. Given the quantity of nanite dust in these fallen cities, I wonder if these swarms self-assembled to whatever purpose the inhabitants needed. It would explain the minimalist interior aesthetics. The planet was devastated by war in the past few hundred years. Oh, it's this one again. Somewhat difficult. Ooh. 99. Building records that date from just prior to the deconstruction showed the planet was experiencing a religious revival and tensions were increasing between various sects. Looks like a media broadcasting center that was once filled with holographical crystals is sadly almost all shattered. A few fragments give a snapshot of daily life on the planet. Hello, cramps. I don't appreciate that sensation. Dang. Someone went to great lengths to conceal this vessel, using thrusters to melt through the soft igneous rock until only the upper deck protruded. Inside, the team finds a bipedal skeleton clutching a heavy tool beside large several containers of titanium. The ship's log recorder is smashed, and something has made numerous gouges in the deck plate. The gouge marks have a deliberateness to them. Perhaps writing? It is indeed language, different from the rest of the ship's controls. Deliver the tribute when untranslatable profanity. I'd rather die buried with it than give it another ingot. Worms eating Oglinth. This is followed by a longer passage which is entirely untranslatable profanity. Ensign Triton explains this is not prudishness on the part of the translator. It simply cannot tell from the context what their vulgarity is even based on. I was thinking, the artifact that we got from the Alethea, it might have the conductive properties we need to activate the polyhedral artifact. Quite possibly. These untranslatable vulgarity ingots are of subpar quality. Alright, where's this gonna send us? Oh, we're actually heading to the Brogadar, which is mildly concerning because that's the people that keep attacking us. The atmosphere of this planet has some of the unusual dimethyl compounds I've never seen before. Definitely want to double check the seals on our envirosuits before landing. A handful of broken skyscrapers rise out of an unnaturally thick yellow fog like decaying tree stumps in a swamp. This fog is probably a bioweapon intended to eliminate the population but leave the infrastructure intact. After Ensign Perks purchased the lander on top of one of the more stable-looking buildings, analysis of the fog shows it's a complex molecule that wreaks havoc on anything organic, potentially including the seals on the team's suits. Civilization was wealthy. Scans show valuable resources. Yikes. The most safely accessible have already been removed. Time for Gamba. Ensign Gliese injured. They'll recover with time, but be operating reduced skill until they're fully healed. This higher biomed stat speeds crew recovery time. I can't from Pina for you, but it was apparently hiding a pocket of the dangerous mist. Damn it. There's still 8 structures that may hold valuable resources. Sure. Oh. As the team explores the level with some aluminum scraps, the floor gives way, dropping half the crew several meters into the upper mist. Those safely above quickly pull them up, writhing in pain from the deadly vapors. There are still 7 structures. We will come back. This place is scary. Master science and tactics are suffering. Doesn't help that you rolled a crit fail. Yeah, I rolled a 1. The survey team makes several passes over the location from the Brogadar log without success. Finally, Ensign Perks pilots the lander to the precise coordinates and begins blasting the sand away with stabilizer engines. Several meters below the surface, a large chest of neutronium containing a sizable cache of gold is revealed. The chest surface has been modeled with a pattern that made it nearly invisible to ground-penetrating scanners. Hell yeah. Based on what I've seen, I wouldn't be surprised if they steal from each other as much as they extort from their victims. These hidden caches are probably the equivalent of their banking system. Is no one else going to comment on the fact that we met space pirates who actually bury their treasure? I love it. I love that they're like all chattering with each other. Okay, that is a lot of those people. I'm glad that they don't hate us yet. No anomalies. Locoan base. Can we trade with them? That would be cool. Ensign Gliese is already fully recovered. The chemistry of this planet is compatible with the Locoan biology. Whether there's anything else to learn on the surface is irrelevant since they won't let us land. Whoa. hits, and Triton is fully recovered. Okay, so people actually do heal fairly quickly then. So we're short on tactics and astroscience. Everything else is still at a 9. Also, I'm very tempted to try a run on this where we just, like, max out certain things and completely ignore others early on. Just to see what it do. Another Brogadar. Those deflectors doing their job. Alright, that's Brogadar chest number 3. I did not mean to send crew to battle stations. I also did not mean to engage in cruise mode. Doing terribly at the moment. Okay, what do we got here? Brogadar chest 3. Again, another planetary survey log. Okay. Dang, that is way out there. Okay. All sorts of stuff to scan here. Colorful. There's some highly organized bubbles of ozone in the upper layers of this anomaly scanner that categorizes as borderline life. This pyramid once was sealed with a heavy block several meters thick, but sometime in the last century, someone cut through it. Inside are signs of relatively sophisticated technology, as well as tools for fine stone and metalwork. After studying the equipment and surviving writings, Ensign Triton concludes the structure was occupied by a group towards the end of the Fallen Empire, dedicated to the preservation of knowledge about remnant artifacts. And their goal apparently was creating low-tech static information storage systems, such as physical objects that could encode information, possibly to allow reconstruction of information in the event of technological collapse. being a space pirate sure has proven very useful for me. Hell yeah. This small weapon gives me a sense of how they've modified their fixed guns to fire the volatile plasma. If we can find the pressurizer, I think we'll be able to research that variant. Fires an explosive burst of volatile plasma very similar to the Brogadar's larger cannons. Ooh. So we need one more component for that. Okay. Part of a dreadnought is thawed out of the ice due to fluctuations in the planet's orbit. Signs point to have been critically damaged in battle some centuries ago. Most of the valuable resources were salvaged soon after, but the lander's penetrating radar shows some valuable neutronium that was missed. Looks like there may be additional fragments buried in a nearby ice field. Based on Kepler's observation, the team melts through several dozen meters of ice to where additional scraps are uncovered. Moderate-sized colonies nestled around a cratered lagoon. Given the ratio of landing pads to permanent structures, this is probably a trade-driven economy. Despite being allowed to land, the team is quickly approached by a guild compliance officer who informs the team they'll not be permitted to interact with anyone else. So we need to trade with the CXTL. Let's activate this. The surface of this planet is marked with irregular granite intrusions. Okay. Continue. This planetoid still has a warm core leading to occasional volcanic eruptions. This lava field may have some heavier elements as a result. 99 beryllium crystals. You are in trade guild space without a proper clearance transponder. Identify yourself or be destroyed. I'm Commander Akil, Commander of the Sandwife. We're representatives of Starcom. I have no orders pertaining to a Starcom or Commander Akil. Obtain a clearance code from a guildmaster or be vaporized. We will obtain clearance as quickly as possible. Do so promptly. We will monitor your movements closely. Do not attempt any landings. Also make no attempts at proselytizing. Oh, guild trader. Finally, we can get our trade license. I took the wrong time to take a bite. 1 second. Greetings, alien being. I'm a master of the Imperial Trade Guild. Whom do you represent? I'm Commander Akil of Starcom. We're peaceful explorers seeking information and trade. The guild requires craft not associated with a member state to purchase a transponder code to conduct commerce in this region. The price of a code for a single vessel is 10 iridium. We'll return when we're prepared. Very well. Consider yourself warned against landing on any world until you do. We have 1. We need 10. Oh, we're outside their visual range. An old freighter sits in a former lava plain. Technologically, the ship is unremarkable, using a slow reaction drive. The one distinctive and interesting feature is that it has been retrofitted with an unusual control system that Ensign Rhea speculates is an interface allowing a single pilot to control all systems via contact-free Neuralink. The only way to verify the hypothesis, however, would be to actually enter the apparatus and power up the systems, which has obvious risks. Ensign, if you think you can. Ensign Rhea straps in while Ensign Gliese connects the lander's external power connector to the alien ship systems. The interface felt quite peculiar, as if the ship systems had been augmented into my proprioception. I'll share my insights into the technology with Ensign Gliese. There's an alarming crackling sound and the smell of burning magnesium, but Ensign Rhea reports success. As an added bonus, the ship was hauling some raw Curelite ore. Jeez. Alright, well, we got research out of it, I guess. Yeah. Hey, Steed. Whiskerdoodle. Whiskamug. We'd like to trade with you. You have... Well, that'll get us what we need for the trade license. Something that I set into the ship design requirements as well. I don't trust myself in this case, so we're gonna grab one extra. We're almost out of yttrium. Whiskamug trades in plasma blaster currency. That's the way that my brain is putting this together. That's really funny. We obviously need way more titanium to build a lot of the stuff that we want to with them, and we had the technology that they were offering. Whiskamug, are you gonna wreck some peeps? Can I just follow you? Oh, right, I can go get that license now. I don't have to wait at all. That's a scout, that's a scout, that's a scout. No, I need to talk to the other person. Guild trainer. Purchase a code. Excellent. It's always a pleasure to gain a new trade partner. You are now permitted to freely travel within the zone and conduct peaceful commerce. We have many questions. We have many answers. All information is valuable, and most information has a price. You called it the Imperial Trade Guild. We are under the impression the Empire no longer exists. We'd like to trade with you. Of course, it's our primary purpose. Our charter grants us an exclusive right to buy artifacts as well, if you have any you no longer have use for. Oh. Front deflector, half deflector, deflector, double. Okay, so this is our shield tech. Fossilized transmitter. Oh, those missile parts. Okay. 51. Is there anything else you wish to? Apparently not. You're not letting me. Wait. Alright, that one's done, it says. So I can explore as I want to in these areas. I can also build on my ship soon, which makes me excited. Whoa, that is a big gas giant. No anomalies. All right, let's head back over here. So that, since I'm no longer sneaking around, I can just go land. So cool. Also, I'm super excited to put proper deflectors on the front of the ship. Another world of the Fallen Empire. There are no obvious signs of conflict or looting. There's something relaxing about exploring these ruins. I feel like I'm walking through Thomas Cole's Course of Empire. Just miles of dusty corridors and chambers. Did you teach Xeno at the Academy? I think I took that course my first year. But they're actually having a, like, conversation. I love it. Okay, so we got some more jumps that we could potentially make out here. Where are we at for time? I'm actually overdue for my next break here. Let me... Whoa. That's always going to mess with me, having the music just crunch like that. Let's do a quick save. We're going to throw on the No Thoughts Head Empty. I'll be back in just a moment. If you folks have been here since the beginning, or if you tune in the middle, I recommend you take a second to check in with yourself, and also do a little break, do a little stretch, refill your water. We'll see you all in just a moment. I found a piece of dark chocolate. I also need to take my allergy meds because I can feel my throat closing up. Ugh. Not from the chocolate, from the cats. My phone has rebooted itself multiple times over the course of the stream. It is ridiculous. Gonna get some sleep? Get some good rest, sweetheart. We'll have to hang out soon. If you're in VR, I'll probably just drop in later. Another Heretics portal. And then it's gone. Oh, no, there it is. Another large artifact similar to the one encountered previously, except it's an external remote access interface. Instead of an external remote access interface, it has a makeshift antenna. Two familiar sights sit in juxtaposition. A crafted stone pyramid, and a massive sterile structure of the fallen empire looming over it. Despite the large technological disparities, there are some architectural similarities. The empire buildings are, as always, cavernous, dusty, and empty, although the sheer scale makes an exhaustive search impractical. While the pyramids are more primitive than the empire structures, their architectural genealogy suggests they are influenced by the fallen empire rather than vice versa. The pyramid is slightly less empty, while its chambers are mostly bare, with some scattered debris indicating either a hasty departure or perhaps a post-departure looting. One hall has some machines apparently ripped from the wall to strip away wiring. And Singlies observes that the equipment uses small electromagnetic relays that are likely repairable with 2 units of copper. Yeah. After a lot of wasted copper, Singlies concedes the job might require more copper than the original estimate. But at least the remaining work should be easier. Oh my god. Underbid beyond schedule, you are an engineer. It takes Ensign a few hours, but the end result is workmanlike. You're welcome to try and talk the computers into working. The computers are interesting. Composed of small electromagnetic relays, they have a minuscule fraction of computing power in a single crew member's survival suit, but they clearly were manufactured with technology ahead of Starcom's. The field sensors just detect an energy flux in the sector. Once powered up, they begin translating a seemingly random sequence of numbers to the external antenna. Well, we know where that's going.
Alien Pagan, your vessel was detected near the source of a heretic signal. Reveal their location immediately.
We are investigating a planet anomaly and triggered the broadcast accidentally. A ship with the same energy signature was reported investigating sacred artifacts. Disable your weapons and engine systems and surrender your vessel to be seized and searched for heretic artifacts. I guess surrender? Really? Hold on, this is my first surrender. Right, that's it, I'm taking command under Section 37B Tactical Authorization. Attention, religious rhino, we do not surrender. Prepare to be boarded yourself. This is my first surrender as devout convert and wasn't covered in the indoctrination. Ensign Cygnus Lee relieved Commander Akil from command following a bizarre command decision to surrender the Sandwave to a hostile force. Ensign Reed found no medical explanation for the lapse and consequently was forced to detain Commander Akil until they could be remanded to Silano Brig. Okay. We're going a different direction. That's interesting, circling around using the void effect. Okay. Let's take a look here. Greetings, smooth and unfamiliar creature. You're in Kiernan space. Explain your presence. I'm Commander Akil Starcom. We're peaceful explorers from a distant region. We recently learned from our agents that our rivals, the Nimian, may have sent a spy into our territory to probe for weaknesses. Perhaps the timing of your arrival is coincidental. I assure you we're not spies. No spy would readily admit the fact. Unlike the Nimian, we do not attack without good reason. If you give us no cause to believe you are spies, we shall treat you peacefully. Are you familiar with the Devout? Why do you hate the Nimian? We're interested in learning more about the Remnants. They claim to pursue peaceful shared space, but in a shared space they maneuver strategically to control vital resources. Then they threaten these resources unless their cohabitors acquiesce their demands. If we do not keep them out, they will eventually seize all. Of course, the academics turned inquisitors of the Empire were the first cracks in the foundations. They've attempted to make converts among us, but our mind is too strong for their superstitions. Your questions reveal much about you. Your species must have only just reached the stars recently, not to know this common history. Be careful not to display your ignorance too openly. You will be taken advantage of. We're interested in learning more about the Remnants. What can you tell us about them? Who are you that your culture does not have many stories about them? They are the remaining artifacts of the Great Fallen Empire. Now that the Empire is gone and our vassals jealously protect the gateways and other artifacts. What was the Fallen Empire? For eons, the Empire kept peace within the civilized regions. Their technologies were like sorcery to the young worlds. Then the Empire fell, for reasons that are as mysterious as their artifacts. Now its former vassals fight over its remains. Most cultures either flourish or collapse quickly after alien contact. The fact that this one did not gives a unique insight into the xenocultural permanence. What is happening visually here? The planet is pockmarked with ruins of pre-industrial civilization that appears to have died out due to natural changes in their sun's energy output. What's interesting is the culture shows signs of regular alien contact and even trade, but did not progress beyond the late Bronze Age equivalent. Most surviving textual fragments tell a typical story mixed of folk tales, and Triton notes one interesting example. The gods dropped their swords and left their chariots and headed at once for the sunken islands. When a caravan of merchants came upon these, they were astounded by what they found. To the tribes they went upon the chariots and told them, "Look, we are gods, fear and worship us." The tribes knew only gods could wield these weapons. Their new gods spoiled their worshippers and rained fire on the doubters. The god emperors ruled for an eon until they had forgotten they were not gods. The language uses markers reserved for external actors. This may be their interpretation of events relayed to them by an alien race. Oh, we are way the hell out here. Planetoid is perforated with dozens of irregular deep shafts around 2 to 3 meters wide. Scans show they range in depth from 50 to over 800 meters deep. Ensign Perks isn't confident the anomaly reading is actually something down there. It could be an echo distortion. The tight space and crumbling walls make it a tricky descent. Astroscience. Alright. Ensign Perks descends into one shaft, then another, then another. It's clear the stress is getting to them after making the same yo-yo joke twice. Eventually, re-announces they are boarding the survey for safety reasons. Perks gives a delighted shriek, which is initially interpreted as relief at not having to go down any more holes. But upon returning to the surface, they're holding a sliver of neutronium. No natural process could produce neutronium in this kind of geology. Nor is the shaft an impact creator. I can't imagine what deposited here. Huh. Oh, pretty. Wow, that is a very close planet to its star. Be like molten glass. No anomalies detected, yeah. That is a forge world. There's another star up there. The scanner indicates multiple anomalies scattered widely over the planet's surface. The team picks one and lands in a nearby open field. The reading's indistinct, and there's nothing obviously unusual. Several team members report a vague sense of unease and anxiety. Ooh. Analysis of the ley lines show that they're the result of a low-frequency EM field that produces a sympathetic resonance in a wide range of nervous systems. Why remains a mystery. As the team searches, the complaints of unease and disorientation increase. Just as they're about to abort, Ensign Kepler makes an interesting comment. There's slight variations in the background EM radiation. These variations would be dismissed as statistical noise, except they seem to correspond to invisible lines on the planet's surface, which they jokingly call ley lines. That would be quite the joke.
Wow, there's a lot over here. What the hell? Okay. This unremarkable blobby protrusion is a sign of inverted magma protrusion according to Ensign Perks and often contain iridium deposits. Let's go. This particular displacement contains an exceptional quantity of the metal. Excellent. The unusually powerful seismic event has created deep localized fractures in this planet's crust. Numerous shafts provide access to deep lava tubes near where sensors detect veins of molten copper. And Singlies thinks they can cut precision holes with the mining lasers to pool the copper where it could be easily harvested. Instant Perks believe the plan is too much risk for the reward. Sonar mapping of the tubes will allow the team to find some cooled copper. Mapping is slow, but in the end is able to identify some significant deposits that can easily collect with no risk. Excellent. A solitary automated drone landed here a long time ago. So long ago, the landing struts have fused with the rock surface. Ensign Cygnus Lee guesses it's probably used failsafe mode that triggered when the carrier was destroyed. It's not particularly sophisticated, so the team scraps it for the metal. Hello. Your species and ship markings are unfamiliar to us. You are in Nimian space. Explain your intentions. I am Captain Akil of Starcom. We are on a peaceful exploration mission from a distant region. Peaceful words may belie sinister intent. What is your disposition toward the Kiernan herd? It is clear from the pre-translation matrix that Nimian are not positively disposed toward the Kiernan herd. We have met them but remain neutral in your conflict. An understandable position if true, but the Kiernan have used neutral agents before with nefarious intentions. If you wish to demonstrate friendship, perhaps you could do us a favor. We've lost contact with one of our diplomatic vessels and its escort. We are reluctant to mobilize the full fleet to search, as we suspect the Kiernan are looking for a pretext to attack. Make every effort to find your lost vessel. We'd be grateful for your assistance. The last log update we received was them purchasing supplies from a guild trader. Loan drop. Presumably the guild ships can't be too hard to find if trade is their business. If you look for the ship log for Guildmaster, you'll be able to set a marker for where we talk to them. The methane ice crystals on this planet are heavily aligned orthogonal to the planet's weak magnetic field. The mechanism for this is not immediately obvious. The entire planet is a nearly homogeneous biome of grasslands and sparse glades. The only large fauna are large herds of roving horned ungulates. There are a number of automated monitoring stations that appear to be studying these creatures. The antennas seem to be formed as part of these creatures' natural growth. This is an unusual example of an evolutionary radio network. The team was able to capture several of these creatures for study with some difficulty. Their physiology is unusual for a number of reasons. Perhaps the most striking is they all have a complex network of metallic fibers interwoven with their central nervous system and horns. They have been implanted with transmitters, presumably to aid in their monitoring. I suspect that besides simple herd behavior, this network may allow a hybrid of individual and hive sentience. Interesting. I do believe I will be playing more of this game. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. Fallen Empire structure seems to be an arcology spanning several thousand acres above and below ground. As elsewhere, it is a labyrinth of empty, dust-filled corridors. Ensign Kepler, however, notes the dust near one entrance has recently been disturbed. Following the trail, from the marks on the dust pass, it looks like someone recently came and removed the only physical objects that remained within the entirety of these Fallen Empire cities. Leads deep within the labyrinth structure to a single room, much like any other, save for the disturbed dust. We're getting a robot vacuum just escaped. There are several oddly shaped, immaculate patches amidst the trails. Hello? Some of those really hurt. Battle stations, everyone. Prepare for combat. Based on the evidence we've seen, I'm convinced that these buildings were very dynamic, capable of adjusting not only their contents, but layout according to their inhabitants' wishes. That's so cool. Scanners initially detected this as a damaged transport vessel. Upon closer inspection, the craft is much simpler, lacking life support, armaments, or anything really beyond the absolute minimum to fly with an autopilot. It sustained moderate plasma damage to its engines, after which it must have automatically executed a controlled landing. Within the craft is a transmitter. Examining the buffer, Ensign Gliese noticed that it was designed to broadcast a random collection of pre-recorded messages referring to an evacuation and vague rendezvous. I suspect this craft is a decoy intended to confuse an adversary from the main evacuation ship. That makes sense. The upper atmosphere of this planet is putting on quite a light show, but well outside the visual spectrum in the far UV range. This reveals some unusual aspects of solar radiation. Oh wow, it is way out there already. Trying to figure out the angle. There it is. This comet's brilliant color comes from unusual amounts of aluminum oxide collected from the star's early accretion disk. So goofy that you can attack it. Okay. Well, that certainly was an adventure. Actually, rather than do that, the 3 comets we've seen has allowed me to further refine my model for stellar evolution in this universe. It's close to our own, with subtle differences, particularly during the inflationary epoch. Good to see you again, Commander Akil. As you can see, we've made it back in one piece. Now we're reviewing survey data and patrolling the sector. We detected ship movement at the sector's void periphery shortly after we returned, but they fell back when we investigated. What have you learned about the history of the space? Quite a bit, but it's fragmented. The broad history, as you may have gathered, is until roughly 800 years ago, the dominant power was an empire that controlled most of the space, generally referred to as the Fallen Empire. I get the impression they took credit for the remnant artifacts and apparently had access to some we've not seen. While it is a very powerful civilization compared to us, they clearly were far below the remnants in capabilities. What do the records say about the remnants? Very little. Most of the empires seem to regard them as either divine or just fundamentally mysterious. They didn't seem to occupy a large part of the historic record, like how humans might have regarded gravity thousands of years ago. Not a great analogy, but I'm trying to describe how alien civilizations that we don't understand didn't understand something that we also don't understand. It's a we don't know all the way down. The Empire's own records predictably describe everything as great, but they're clearly experiencing problems for a long time before the end, gradually and then suddenly, as it were. My current pet theory is infighting within the Empire's power structure, and a popular religious movement took advantage of this. And the religious movement would be the devout, a reasonable guess and confirmed by the Gorvier's account. Hello again. The Imperial prefix is a bit ambitious for a guild that scarcely ventures outside a handful of sectors. Like the Emir Second Legion in their employ, they wear the tattered garments of their former glory. Figuratively speaking, something may be lost in the translation, but the traditions and charter do legitimately trace back to the Fallen Empire. They charge much for the mundane knowledge, but fail to see the value of our free advice. Doing business with the devout will cost them everything. Another data storage device. Catalog of Imperial Academic Security Practices. Okay. We finally have enough for a missile launcher. Let's see. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, that looks sick. All right. Bulkhead. Exceeds a max of 45 for the current bridge. Finally starting to get to some of the fancy level of components. Makes me happy. All right, so we've got research points. New ship. Cruiser requires 18 neutronium, 10 Isarine. Hey there, Milky Taro. I'm glad you made it to work safely. We're doing some ship design stuff. I'm having fun here. Increase the max size of our holes by an additional X number of hexes, which tells me if we've got the titanium and neutronium, Okay. That's a light bulkhead. Double bulkhead. Okay. That actually used up everything. That puts us at barely enough engines. But it also puts the engine pack on the back, so that's cool. Gotta think about how I'm doing this. Seriously? Nah, leave those as they are. Sure. Put a ramming wedge on the front, I guess. Alright. How's the crew? Hi, Pace. How you doing, hon? Alright. Oh, we did the analysis. We did basic research, but heavy deflectors. Doing good. Glad to hear. Increase the damage of our plasma bolts by an additional 20%. Further increase range, even more range. More boost to speed. Don't really care about those. Well, that's all set. Yeah, heavy deflectors. What do those take? 30. Some inconsistencies in their writing style. Rama. Doesn't Starcom already have most of these research techs? Of course Starcom has these, but as we've learned, the physical laws of this universe are very subtly different from ours. For example, vacuum permittivity is slightly lower past the sixth significant figure. You do not want to try to fabricate a Mark II plasma cannon with 8.854187 picofarads per meter tolerance here, so go find us some research data. All right. Oh, that music. Alright, we're going to do a little bit more exploration here. Afterwards, I'm going to shut down for the night because this has been a 10-hour stream. 80 aluminum, 25 titanium, 1 Caroline. Okay. I don't remember coming here, but apparently I've already been here. Yep, survey complete. Okay, well... Apparently I never unlocked this gateway. I thought I did. We have 3 missiles, it says. Secondary weapon missiles. I'm gonna have to learn how to fire those. I am pretty sure I'm running a fever. So that's cool. Bunch of additional flingers are all in the area as well. Now we're on a transit line. Wow. Alright. Guess we'll handle the rest of this threat in a second here. Potential threat in range. Alright, let's go handle it. location marked in the Brogadar survey logs is near a rare volcanic protrusion on an otherwise submerged planet. A submarine cave leads to an artificially carved out chamber. Within, the team finds a cache of gold bars stored in an even more valuable neutronium chest. Excellent. That front shielding, doing a lot of work. Devout Whirlpool Databank. All these have already been scanned. No, no. Just fly across. Very silly reason to go back and forth all over the place. Alright, let's take a look at the cargo while they're doing that. Whirlpools apparently what the devout call wormholes. They're using something called whispers to try to locate a specific one. You sleepy dog. Using the triangular object obtained from the Lethia, the team is able to close the connection and a huge frictionless surface slides away, allowing the survey lander access to the interior. Inside is a massive space that seems even larger than the exterior. Despite expanding in all directions, every path seems to converge at a single point, a small platform at the center of an unsettling geometry. At its center is a black sphere. As the team approaches, the structure seems to shift in impossible ways. Suddenly, all the shapes seem to align perfectly in every dimension, and the sphere begins to expand. As the team hastily retreats, but every path leads back inwards. Just as the sphere seems to engulf the lander, the craft and the team find themselves back outside the structure. What? I'm detecting a buildup of energy from inside the artifact. The artifact has discharged a massive amount of energy. We discovered a half dozen previously unknown particles. These discharges seem harmless to us. It's mostly particles that don't interact with bionic matter, but I have no idea what it's actually doing. I see you've taken a break from blowing stuff up to make an actual interesting discovery. The polyhedral artifact you activated seems to discharge energy on the scale of a large solar flare every 14.3 seconds, yet with minimal ionizing radiation. The new elementary particles it unveiled are quite intriguing. Does this mean you're going to be less condescending? I'll be less condescending today. If you want me to be friendly tomorrow, make another discovery that changes our understanding of physics. So what is it? It's obviously a way beyond our technology. With the brief amount of time I've had with the data, I've come up with two hypotheses. One, it's some kind of beacon. The exotic particles it produces would be unmistakable at any distance. Another possibility is while this object generates a very large amount of energy, perhaps that energy is only part of the equation. Perhaps it enters some additional input, either information, material, or even more energy to start whatever process it's designed for. But frankly, this is just speculation. The who and why of the artifact are of secondary importance. The particles illuminating our reality is what interests me. Cool. Well. Cannot save while you're inside the station. That's so weird. Alright. We'll save it there. We'll close this out. Let's see who's on and what they're up to. And where we're raiding over to. Hey. Now, is anybody else playing this game right now? Let's see here. Let's get all of our links in here. If you folks have not yet found my Discord or my VOD channel or anywhere else that I post things across the internet, here's everything that you need to be able to see me and all the things that I do across the web. Oh, I forgot to turn off my transparency. Ah! Okay, where are we at? This one. It's been a minute since I've adjusted it from in here. Lumikey. There we go. Ah. Alright. Thank you everybody for coming in tonight, for all those who hung out in the background, for all those who tuned into the VOD, for all the likes, all the follows, and anybody who decided to support the stream more directly via subscription. I super appreciate every single one of you and all the help that you give me in making this the production that it is every single night. And seriously, thank you everybody for your patience while I've been taking some downtime for my mental health, because sometimes I need to. I'm not the most stable puppy. I just do what I can with what I got. So let's see who's on, where we're going over to. Let me get our raid messages in here. And find out where we're sending some love to. I am literally the only person doing Starcom. Understood. That's weird. Okay. Well, we'll set this to people I'm following. Alright, I think I'm going to send you all over to Simel, who's currently doing some trance. Thursday morning trance. Let's all go say hi. I will be back tomorrow evening at 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time if I don't end up doing a pop-up in the afternoon as well. Probably going to be doing a pop-up. So, I will see you all again very soon. If you've been up all night with me, make certain you get some good rest, and yeah, we'll hang out very, very soon. Alright, you all say hi to Simil. I gotta get some sleep. I'm repeating myself because I'm exhausted.